Hello, hope everyone's well. Just on with a quick update really. I think from the last video I was, or the previous, before the tagged one anyway, I was talking about being back into the AWI again, and I've kept that going. I did some militia last time. This time I've done some more British. I did quite a few units of or battalions of line battalions for the British a little while ago. What I didn't have was any Grenadiers or light infantry to go with them. As I understand it from what I've read, the line and Grenadier companies tend to be stripped out of the battalions and put together to form their own sort of Grenadier and light battalions. But what I've done with these, I've done 3 units of British so far. So what I've done with these is actually a base of Grenadiers and lights as well, which I'll show you in a minute, for each of the units that I've done. So if I wanted to, I mean, that is there you go, the 3rd East Kent, the Grenadier Company. I could put them with the rest of the company, the rest of the 3rd Kent if I wanted to, which is an option. But yeah, I think normally they'll end up fighting like this, along with Grenadier companies from the other battalions I've done. So you've got there the 45th Nottinghamshire and the 64th 2nd Staffordshire. So yeah, Grenadiers. They're Warlord Games figures again, from the Liberty or Death box set. As I've said lots of times now, I think I don't love them, but they're okay. The Grenadier figures I actually managed to get. I think it looks like I saved some of the better poses for these guys actually. Yeah, maybe thought they should. There's some quite nice sort of advancing poses there, like that guy at the front, which I haven't used on too many of the other units. So yeah, they come out looking okay, I think. And yeah, I like the fact that I've got some flexibility with them, and this fits in again with all the different rules I might want to use. So unit of 12 will do me for rebels and patriots. As I build up the battalions, I will obviously be able to add more Grenadier companies, and I can have bigger units for mass battle games if I want to. And these are also individually based on pennies in there, magnetised on pennies. So what I can do as well for something like sharp practice, where you'd have a unit of 8 Grenadiers. I've got a unit of 8 Grenadiers, and I can also take out some of the officers and mount them up and use them separately as officer figures. So it should give me lots of flexibility to play lots of different games. That's the theory anyway. So yeah, Grenadiers. I'll put up the light companies next as well. Yeah, and here we've got light companies for the same 3 battalions. So I should turn him around really. So he's firing at his face. But actually the reason I've got them that way is because that makes them a lot better to store, because the rifles or muskets aren't sticking forward. Yes, they can store in a lot easily. Another benefit of having them sort of based up in this way. Yeah, so not a lot to say about those really. Again, Warlord Games figures, nice figures. Hopefully got got a nice unit there as well. So I'm getting quite a decent sized British force now. I need to start looking at the Continentals a little bit, I think. But yeah, really pleased with the way these have turned out. Yeah, not a lot to say really. I think I've finally worked out what you're supposed to do with faces. I've tried lots of different things with sort of various levels of success, but I think I might have found the right way to do them now at last. It sort of dawned on me where I need to be leaving the gap, leaving the dark bits and putting the highlights. And I think it's finally come together. A lot of practice, but I'm getting there. Yeah, the other thing I can do with these being light troops, I've got some of these bases as well. So I could easily, if I wanted to, use them put them into sort of a skirmish line. And saying about taking officers out and using them as individual character figures if I want to. I've got some of these little bases as well. It's just pop your guy in there, and he's a bit, and you've got an officer stroke character figure if that's what you want, which is ideal for sharp practice. So yeah, been busy, plenty going on. And next thing I'm just doing slight break at pace. I've just got some really nice casualty figures I got from Perry's for the American Civil War, so I'm sort of halfway through painting those at the moment. It's a handful, only a handful, they won't take too long, and then after that we'll be back to the AWI again. I think I've got some Native American, or some Woodland Indians I want to paint up, I think next. That's probably going to be next. And then I've got a couple of units of Hessians, and then I'll probably say I've got a decent sized British force for a while, and I'll start looking at the Continentals, which I don't know an awful lot about yet because I haven't read very much. So that's next. So yeah, that's everything I think. As I say, just a quick update. But thanks very much for watching, subscribing, everything else, and thanks for all your videos. Hope everybody's well. Hope your projects are going well. Take care, and speak to you again soon. All the best.